Here lies China, a realm of extraordinary scale and antiquity, a place of ancient wonders and dazzling modern marvels. Nature has sculpted breathtaking landscapes inspiring legends and philosophies. We'll journey to its most amazing places, from iconic landmarks to hidden gems, from sacred mountains to futuristic skylines. This exploration reveals contrasts of ancient and new. It's the story of a civilization, tracing its lineage through generations. Finally, it's the story of the land itself, a vast canvas of staggering diversity. This is China, in all its timeless wonder. The Great Wall of China, a colossal undertaking snaking across the northern frontier, not a single barrier, but a vast defensive network stretching thousands of kilometers. For centuries, it has stood as a testament to the power of empires. A scar on the landscape, yet one of enduring beauty. It is a stone dragon, its spine arching over mountains. Hidden along its length are the watchtowers, silent sentinels. From these vantage points, guards scan the horizon for any sign of threat. More than a wall, it's a living museum, a connection to the struggles that shaped this nation. A monument to the unyielding spirit of a people determined to protect their world. In the heart of Beijing, surrounded by a wide moat and crimson walls, lies the Forbidden City. For 500 years, this sprawling complex of almost 1,000 buildings was the epicenter of imperial power. Its scale inspires awe, communicating the immense power of the emperor. Every element here is drenched in symbolism, meticulously designed to align with astronomical principles. Yellow adorns the roof tiles, a privilege reserved for the sovereign alone. Red covers the towering walls, creating a vibrant statement of imperial authority. To wander through these silent courtyards today is to feel the ghostly presence of that imperial past. The Forbidden City is the ultimate expression of imperial China. Here, beneath the soil of Shanxi province, an entire army lies frozen in time. For over 2 millennia, these figures have stood guard. Each soldier is a unique individual sculpted from clay. They are the silent guardians of China's first emperor, Qin Shi Huang. It is not merely a collection of statues, it is a meticulously organized military force. Infantrymen, archers, and cavalry stand in battle formation. Look closely at the faces of these men. Each warrior is a masterpiece of individual portraiture. It was a snapshot of an empire's strength. They serve as a haunting reminder that the grandest human ambitions are often driven by our most fundamental fears. In Beijing lies the Temple of Heaven, a vast sacred altar. Emperors of the Ming and Qing dynasties would perform rituals praying for a bountiful harvest. The complex is a masterpiece of cosmological symbolism, with the Hall of Prayer for Good Harvests as its centerpiece. Its blue roof mirrors the sky. Built without nails, its weight is supported by colossal pillars. On the circular mound altar, the emperor would stand alone. Today it stands as a monument to humanity's connection to the cosmos. For over a millennium, the Lashan giant Buddha has watched over the confluence of 3 rivers. At 71 meters tall, it is the largest stone Buddha in the world. Carved during the Tang dynasty by a monk named Hai Tong, he believed the Buddha would calm the turbulent waters. The very act of carving altered the riverbed, making the waters safer for ships. Today the Buddha sits in serene contemplation, a timeless symbol of peace. Here in Hunan province, the earth has sculpted an alien landscape. This is Zhangjiajie National Forest Park, a realm of towering sandstone pillars. For millennia, erosion has carved these quartz sandstone columns. They stand in their thousands, draped in subtropical foliage. The mist plays tricks, making them appear to float in the sky. This scenery inspired the cinematic world of Pandora. The Beilong elevator whisks visitors up. The Zhangjiajie Grand Canyon glass bridge stretches between peaks. From this vantage point, appreciate the tapestry of this ecosystem. Zhangjiajie is a world to be experienced. We journey to Sichuan province, to Jiuzhaigou, the Valley of 9 Villages. Here, ribbon lakes, tiered waterfalls, and crystalline pools meet snow-capped peaks. The water's colors are vivid, seemingly lit from within. Calcium carbonate clarifies the water, revealing ancient mineral-encased trees. Minerals and algae create a spectrum of colors. Five Flower Lake is a kaleidoscope of color. The Nuralang Falls mark a dramatic transition. The changing seasons bring magic to the valley. Autumn erupts in gold and red. Winter freezes waterfalls into ice sculptures. Jiuzhaigou, a sanctuary of natural artistry. Our journey takes us to Anhui province in eastern China, to Huangshan, the Yellow Mountain, famously known for its vast, ever-shifting sea of clouds that transforms the landscape. Clinging to these granite cliffs are the iconic Huangshan pines, symbols of resilience. To witness a sunrise from Huangshan's summits is an almost religious experience. Huangshan is more than a mountain. It is a sacred space, a landscape where the boundary between earth and heaven seems to dissolve into mist. Here in southern China, the earth has sculpted a poetic landscape. This is Yangshuo, cradled by the Li River, whose waters have carved through a limestone plateau, leaving behind karst peaks. The journey along the Li River is a slow procession through a living watercolor painting. Traditional bamboo rafts glide silently, their reflections dancing with the towering pinnacles. Fishermen still use trained cormorants to hunt, a testament to the connection between people and this riverine world. Every bend reveals a new vista, a fresh composition of water, stone, and sky. Their names reflect their whimsical shapes, expressions of a profound human response to the landscape's evocative power. Life along the river moves at a different pace, a rhythm dictated by the seasons and the steady flow of water. The Li River and the karst peaks of Yangshuo offer a lesson in harmony. We travel to Yunnan province, to Shilin, the stone forest. A geological wonder, a surreal landscape that defies expectation. An immense collection of limestone pillars, sculpted over millions of years by water and wind. Walking through this labyrinth is like exploring another planet. It is a place that forces one to contemplate geological time. The local Sani people have lived here for centuries, their culture intertwined with the forest. For them, it's a sacred place, steeped in legend like the story of Ashima. Our journey takes us to the Tibetan Plateau, to Qinghai Lake, or Koko Nor, meaning the Blue Lake. It is China's largest lake, a shimmering expanse of saline water. It is a world of immense scale and stark beauty. To the south and east lie rolling, verdant grasslands carpeted with wildflowers. These pastures have been the domain of Tibetan and Mongolian nomads for centuries. To the north and west, the terrain becomes more arid. The lake is a critical stopover point for migratory birds on the Central Asian Flyway. Each year, hundreds of thousands of birds descend upon its shores to rest, feed, and breed. For centuries, Qinghai Lake has also been a site of deep spiritual importance for Tibetan Buddhists. Here, on the roof of the world, this great turquoise sea serves as a mirror for the sky. Here, on the border between China and North Korea, lies a landscape forged in primordial fire and sculpted by ice. This is the Changbai mountain range, a vast wilderness crowned by a geological marvel of breathtaking beauty. At its very heart, cradled within the caldera of a colossal supervolcano, rests Tianqi, the Heaven Lake. Its waters, a shade of sapphire so profound it seems to absorb the sky itself, hold deep secrets. For centuries, this place has been a source of myth and legend, a sacred space where the raw power of the earth is palpable in the very air one breathes. The journey to this elevated sanctuary is, in itself, an ecological pilgrimage. One ascends through distinct vertical biomes, each a world unto itself, a living ladder of biodiversity. The lower slopes are cloaked in dense mixed forests of birch and pine, a haven for deer and wild boar. Higher still, the trees give way to a subalpine tundra, a starkly beautiful carpet of hardy mosses and wildflowers that cling tenaciously to the volcanic soil. This transition showcases how life finds a way to flourish even in the most extreme and unforgiving of environments. And then, one reaches the summit. The air thins, and the world seems to fall away, revealing the magnificent spectacle of the lake below. Formed in the aftermath of a catastrophic eruption around the year 946 AD, an event so powerful it left its mark in ice cores as far away as Greenland. The lake is a serene monument to cataclysmic force. Its stillness is deceptive. Beneath these placid waters lies the immense and dormant power of the volcano. The jagged peaks that form its rim, 16 in total, stand like silent sentinels, their weathered faces telling a story of geological time. The lake's ecosystem is a fragile one, governed by extreme altitude and frigid temperatures. For 9 months, a thick blanket of ice seals the lake from the outside world. When the ice finally retreats in the brief summer, the waters teem with microscopic life. Local folklore speaks of a mysterious creature, the Lake Tianqi monster, a legend that adds another layer of mystique to this already enchanting place. From ancient volcanic landscapes, we turn to a different ecosystem. This is Shanghai, a sprawling urban habitat. Here, a forest of steel and glass pierces the clouds. The skyline is dynamic, with new structures constantly vying for a place. This city represents rapid urban transformation. What was once marshland has blossomed into a global metropolis. The Oriental Pearl Tower, the Jinmao Tower, and the soaring Shanghai Tower all compete for dominance. Life here operates at a dizzying pace. Shanghai is a city of stark contrasts, where ancient traditions coexist with a drive towards the future. This juxtaposition is the very essence of Shanghai's character. It's a display of how a habitat can adapt and evolve on a staggering scale. Our journey takes us to Shenzhen. 40 years ago, it was a collection of quiet fishing villages. Today, it's the Silicon Valley of China. The Huaqiang Bay Electronics Market is the city's chaotic, beating heart. Here, every conceivable electronic component can be found. It's a primordial soup of hardware where new technologies are born. This accelerates invention, prototyping, and production. Only the most viable designs survive, spreading from Shenzhen to the rest of the world. The skyline reflects this forward-looking ethos. Here, at the edge of continental China, lies Hong Kong, a vibrant ecosystem where ancient traditions and modernity coexist. An urban archipelago of steel and glass rising from subtropical islands. It is a place of perpetual motion, defined by contrasts. A delicate dance between nature and a metropolis of extraordinary density. Markets teem with life, a sensory overload of exotic scents. Below its global reputation, the city's natural heritage endures. The harbor is the lifeblood, a stage for spectacular light shows. A bridge between east and west, a gateway through which the tides of history flow. Further up the Pearl River Delta, we arrive in Guangzhou. Here, the Canton Tower dominates the skyline. It's less a building, more a biological form reaching for the heavens. Its design speaks of the intricate mathematics of nature. As daylight fades, the tower undergoes a transformation, becoming a colossal beacon. It's a signal of Guangzhou's status as a powerhouse of modern China. Nearby, the Opera House, designed by Zaha Hadid, rests like two colossal pebbles. These buildings represent a monumental investment, declaring China a global center for innovation and design. This is the modern face of creation in China, with the Canton Tower as its iconic peak. We journey into the highlands of Sichuan province to Mount Eme, one of the 4 sacred Buddhist mountains of China. For over 2,000 years, this has been a place of pilgrimage. The mountain itself is a living temple, its slopes draped in ancient forests. Its most famous inhabitants are the Tibetan macaques, primates who live among the human pilgrims. The path is punctuated by monasteries, refuges for monks. Reaching the golden summit, one stands above a sea of clouds. The colossal statue of the Bodhisattva Samantabhadra presides over this ethereal kingdom. It is here, in this place of sublime beauty, that the boundary between the physical and the metaphysical seems to dissolve. In Shanxi province, this is Mount Wutai, the 5-terrace mountain. For centuries, pilgrims have walked these paths of this sacred place. Its 5 peaks are believed to be the abode of Manjushri, the Bodhisattva of wisdom. The mountain is home to one of the largest collections of Buddhist temples in China, some dating back over a millennium. To journey here is to step into a continuum of faith. Devotees undertake the arduous journey to visit the temples on all 5 peaks, a ritual known as Dakeotai. As dusk settles, the sounds of the day give way to the chime of temple bells and monastic chants. The mountains, silhouetted against a sky ablaze with stars, seem to hold the collective prayers of countless souls. Mount Wutai stands as a testament to the power of belief, a timeless sanctuary. At the edge of the Gobi Desert lies Dunhuang, a vital crossroads on the ancient Silk Road, and its greatest treasure, the Mogao Caves. For 1,000 years, this cliff face was transformed into a breathtaking library of Buddhist art. To step inside is to be transported to another world where art, history, and spirituality converge. The walls are covered in murals, their pigments still vibrant after centuries. They depict stories from the life of the Buddha and daily life along the Silk Road. Hundreds of painted clay sculptures populate these spaces, from colossal Buddhas to intimate bodhisattvas. The library cave revealed over 50,000 ancient manuscripts, offering a glimpse into life on the Silk Road. The Mogao Caves are a chronicle of humanity, preserving the soul of an ancient world. Rising dramatically from the heart of the Lhasa Valley, against a backdrop of immense, snow-dusted peaks, stands a structure that seems less built and more to have erupted from the very rock. This is the Potala Palace, an architectural marvel and the spiritual heart of Tibet. Perched atop Marpo Ri, the Red Hill, its formidable inward-sloping walls and gleaming golden roofs create an unforgettable silhouette against the piercing blue of the high-altitude sky. For centuries, it was the winter residence of the Dalai Lamas, a center of both temporal and spiritual authority, its presence dominating the landscape and the lives of the people below. The palace is a vast and complex labyrinth, a vertical city containing over 1,000 rooms, 10,000 shrines, and some 200,000 statues. It is divided into two distinct parts, the outer White Palace, which served as the administrative quarters and living spaces, and the inner Red Palace, the heart of the complex, dedicated entirely to religious study and prayer. To ascend its steep winding staircases is to embark on a pilgrimage through Tibetan history itself. Every corridor, every chapel is saturated with the scent of yak butter lamps and juniper incense, a sensory link to generations of devotion that have permeated these very walls. Within the sacred confines of the Red Palace lie the most revered treasures of all, the gilded stupas containing the remains of past Dalai Lamas. These magnificent structures, intricately decorated with gold, silver, and precious gems, are the focal point of devotion. Pilgrims circle them in a clockwise direction, murmuring prayers and spinning handheld wheels, their faces etched with a profound reverence. The air here is thick with history, each shimmering jewel and piece of gold leaf a testament to the immense faith that has flowed towards this sacred mountain sanctuary for centuries, a place where the boundary between life and the afterlife feels remarkably thin. From its highest ramparts, one can look out across the entire Lhasa Valley, a panoramic view that underscores the palace's role as the unwavering anchor of Tibetan Buddhism. The Potala is more than just a building, it is a symbol of a people's identity, a repository of their culture, and a beacon of their enduring faith. It stands as a powerful monument to the human capacity to create a place of extraordinary beauty and profound spiritual significance in one of the world's most extreme and awe-inspiring environments, a true palace on the roof of the world. Here in Hunan province, nature has sculpted a landscape of fantasy. This is Wulingyuan, where thousands of quartzite sandstone pillars rise. They stand like a silent army, each a testament to erosion. Water and wind have carved away rock, leaving spires that pierce the sky. It's a geological drama, a forest of stone reaching for the heavens. The air is thick with moisture, shrouding peaks in mist, lending mystery. These mountains inspired the Avatar Hallelujah Mountains. We travel to the far west, to the edge of this vast nation. Here, the Karakoram Highway, an engineering marvel, snakes through the world's highest peaks. This is a land of giants where K2 reigns over ice and rock. The highway follows the ancient Silk Road, connecting empires and cultures. Leaving the peaks, we descend into the Taklamakan Desert. Colossal dunes march across the horizon. Even in this wilderness, there is stark beauty. The resilience of camels and ruins of ancient cities speak of life here. This is a land of epic journeys where nature and humanity are on display. In the northern province of Gansu, the earth reveals an artistic secret of dazzling proportions. This is the Zhangjiajie landform, more famously known as the Rainbow Mountains. It is a landscape that appears to have been painted by a colossal celestial brush. The rolling hills and dramatic cliffs are streaked with an impossible palette of colors. Vibrant reds, deep oranges, brilliant yellows, and shimmering greens. It looks utterly unreal, as if one has stepped into a surrealist painting. But this is no illusion. It is a masterpiece of geology, a slow and patient collaboration between minerals, water, and time. The story of these mountains began over 24 million years ago. Layers of mineral-rich sandstone and other sedimentary rocks were deposited over millennia, each layer containing a different chemical composition. Immense tectonic forces, the same that buckled the land to form the Himalayas, then folded and tilted these stratified layers. What we see today is the result of millions of years of subsequent erosion by wind and rain, which has stripped away the overlying rock to expose the vibrant mineral-stained strata beneath. The deep reds come from iron oxide, the yellows from iron sulfide, and the greens from chlorite, all blended and streaked into this magnificent natural tapestry. Walking through the specially constructed boardwalks that snake through this protected park is a humbling experience. Every turn reveals a new vista, a different combination of color and form. The shapes of the mountains are as varied as their colors. Some are sharp and jagged, others are soft and undulating, flowing like waves of pigmented rock. As the sun moves across the sky, the colors shift and change in intensity. The soft light of dawn or the warm glow of sunset can set the hills ablaze, creating a spectacle of such profound beauty that it feels both primeval and deeply moving. This extraordinary landscape serves as a powerful reminder of the dynamic and ever-changing nature of our planet. It shows us that beneath the surface we walk upon, there are hidden wonders, forged in the deep past and revealed through the slow, inexorable processes of geology. The Rainbow Mountains are not just a tourist attraction, they are a geological library, a vibrant and silent testament to the immense forces and the incredible timescale over which our world has been shaped. It is a place that defies belief, yet is entirely and beautifully real. Here in the cliffs of Hengshan, humanity has achieved something that appears to defy nature. The Hanging Temple, or Xuankongxi, clings precariously to a precipice. A testament to faith and unbelievable engineering, it has weathered storms and earthquakes for over 1,500 years. It seems an extension of the rock face itself, suspended in a silent dialogue between earth and sky. Imagine the challenge faced by its builders, driven by spiritual conviction to create this sanctuary. The temple's true strength lies in the horizontal beams drilled into the cliff face. Most remarkably, it combines Buddhism, Taoism, and Confucianism. Statues of Sakyamuni, Confucius, and Laozi stand side by side, a harmonious convergence of philosophies, a miracle of faith carved into the living rock suspended between heaven and earth. Deep in the western Hunan province, nestled along the gentle curves of the Tuojiang River, lies a town that seems to have drifted out of a classical Chinese inkwash painting. This is Fenghuang, the Phoenix ancient town, a place where time has slowed to the languid pace of the river that is its lifeblood. The town is a living tapestry of history, its story woven into the very fabric of its wooden houses, its stone-paved alleys, and the graceful arches of its bridges. Here, the modern world feels like a distant rumor, drowned out by the gentle lapping of water and the echoes of centuries past. The most iconic features of Fenghuang are the Diaojiaolu, the traditional stilt houses that line the riverbanks. These remarkable structures belonging to the Miao and Tujia ethnic minorities are built upon slender wooden stilts that descend directly into the water, supporting the extended sections of the houses over the river. This architectural adaptation creates homes that are both practical and profoundly beautiful. From the river, they appear as if they are floating, a delicate, intricate wooden latticework suspended just above the water's surface, their reflections shimmering below. Life here is inextricably linked to the Tuojiang River. For generations it has been the town's main artery, a source of sustenance, a means of transport, and a place for the daily rituals of life. Even today one can see local women washing their clothes on the stone steps. Their movements a timeless rhythm passed down through mothers and daughters. Fishermen in narrow wooden boats navigate the gentle currents, their techniques honed over countless years. The river is not merely a backdrop to life in Fenghuang, it is the very heart of the community, its pulse setting the rhythm for all who live along its banks. As dusk descends, Fenghuang undergoes a magical transformation. Thousands of lanterns and lights begin to glow, tracing the outlines of the stilt houses, the ancient city walls, and the elegant curves of the Hong Bridge. The entire town is bathed in a warm, ethereal light, its reflection creating a second shimmering city in the dark waters of the river. It is in these moments that the town truly lives up to its name, resembling a mythical phoenix, reborn each night in a blaze of gentle fire. To wander its illuminated pathways is to step into a dream, a perfectly preserved vision of a China that is both ancient and eternally alive. Scattered across the lush, mountainous landscapes of southeastern Fujian province are some of the most extraordinary and unique dwellings on the planet. These are the Tulu, colossal, multi-storied communal homes built by the Hakka people. From a distance they appear as immense, mysterious structures like giant mushrooms sprouting from the green earth or perhaps even fortifications left by a forgotten civilization. Constructed primarily from rammed earth mixed with stone, bamboo and wood, these buildings are a testament to a community's need for defense, unity, and a harmonious relationship with their environment. They are, in essence, small, self-contained, fortified villages. The design of the Tulu is a masterpiece of defensive and communal architecture. Most are circular or square in shape with immensely thick outer walls, some up to 2 meters thick at the base, providing formidable protection against bandits and warlords who once roamed these hills. The solid walls have only one main entrance, a heavily fortified gate, and windows are typically found only on the upper floors, facing outwards. This inward-facing design creates a secure, enclosed world for the residents. Within this protective shell, a whole clan, sometimes hundreds of people, could live, work, and defend themselves as a single, cohesive unit. Stepping through the single gateway is like entering another world. The imposing, fortress-like exterior gives way to a warm, vibrant, and highly organized interior courtyard. Open-air corridors and wooden verandas circle each floor, facing into the central space. These walkways connect the individual family apartments, which are all of a uniform size, reflecting the egalitarian principles of the clan. The central courtyard served as the heart of the community, a space for festivals, ceremonies, markets, and the simple, everyday interactions that bind a large family together. It was a world within a world, safe, social, and self-sufficient. These earthen castles are more than just homes. They are a living embodiment of Hakka culture and their philosophy of life. They represent a profound understanding of community, a belief that strength lies in unity and cooperation. The Tulu is a building that breathes, its earthen walls keeping it cool in the summer and warm in the winter. It is a sustainable design built from the very earth upon which it stands. Today, many of these magnificent structures are still inhabited, living monuments to the ingenuity, resilience, and communal spirit of the Hakka people who conceived them centuries ago. Here in Yunnan province, the earth seems torn asunder. This is the Tiger Leaping Gorge, one of the deepest canyons on the planet. The Jinsha River, the upper Yangtze, has carved its path through this landscape. Constrained by Jade Dragon and Haba Snow Mountains, their peaks rise over 5,000 meters. Legend says a tiger leaped across the narrowest point to escape a hunter. A high trail, carved into the cliffside by the Naxi people, offers a path to witness this spectacle. The Naxi communities have made their homes here for generations. Their existence is a testament to the enduring bond between humanity and nature. Journeying into Hubei province, we find the breathtaking Enshi Grand Canyon. Here, a deep gorge meets a vibrant subtropical forest. The most iconic feature is the one incense stick, a seemingly impossible feat of natural engineering. This extraordinary formation is the result of karst topography, sculpted over eons. Plank roads allow an intimate encounter with this vertical ecosystem. It is a vital sanctuary for life, sheltering unique species. The Tujia people hold the canyon in deep reverence, their culture interwoven with this environment. Here, on the northern bank of the Yangtze River stands Fengdu, the Ghost City. For nearly 2,000 years, this complex of temples, shrines, and monasteries has been considered the portal to Diyu, the underworld of Chinese mythology. The journey through Fengdu is a symbolic passage through the trials of the afterlife. One must cross the bridge of helplessness, a test of one's virtue. Here we see the palace of the Yama, the king of hell. The city serves as a living museum of folklore, a chilling yet fascinating testament to the human imagination. It is a profound cultural artifact that explores the universal human questions of morality and mortality. We travel now to the high-altitude plains of Qinghai province, to a landscape that seems to defy the very laws of nature. This is the Chaka Salt Lake, known to many as the mirror of the sky. Here, a thin layer of crystal-clear saline water rests upon a bed of pure white salt, creating a natural mirror of impossible scale and perfection. The boundary between earth and heavens dissolves, leaving one feeling as though they are walking directly upon the clouds. It is a spectacle of sublime and minimalist beauty, a vast canvas where the sky paints its own reflection, constantly changing with the passing sun and drifting clouds. The formation of this extraordinary phenomenon is a story of geological time and arid climate. Over millennia, the lake basin, once part of an ancient sea, became landlocked. Intense evaporation under the high-altitude sun concentrated the minerals, leaving behind these vast deposits of salt. The shallow water that covers its surface is so saturated with salt that it possesses a unique stillness and clarity, allowing for this perfect, uninterrupted reflection. It is an environment of extremes where life must adapt to harsh salinity, and yet it produces a vision of serene and almost divine tranquility, a paradox of nature's power. Visitors tread carefully across the crystalline surface, their own forms duplicated in the watery mirror below. Small whimsical sculptures and a miniature train track that seems to glide into infinity add to the surreal, dreamlike quality of the location. These human additions do not detract from the natural wonder, but rather accentuate its scale, providing a reference point in the immense, shimmering expanse. To stand here is to feel untethered from the normal rules of perception, to experience a profound sense of peace and wonder, as if suspended between two skies in a world made of light and salt. As daylight fades, the mirror of the sky transforms once more. The setting sun ignites the horizon, and the lake mirrors the fiery spectacle in a symphony of orange, pink, and gold. And when night falls, the heavens reveal their full glory. The Milky Way, unobscured by city lights, is not only visible above but also perfectly replicated below. It is an experience of cosmic immersion, of standing in the heart of the universe, surrounded by stars. Chaka Salt Lake is a testament to the simple yet breathtaking artistry that can be found in the raw elements of our planet. From the towering sentinels of its ancient mountains and the silent vigil of its age-old cities, to the dazzling pulse of its futuristic skylines and the profound quiet of its spiritual sanctuaries, China reveals itself not as a single nation, but as a world unto itself. It is a world that is unimaginably vast, breathtakingly diverse, and endlessly full of wonder. Here, the story of our planet and the story of humanity are intertwined in a narrative that stretches back across millennia and leaps forward into the unknown future, a tapestry of incredible richness and complexity. Whether you find yourself drawn to the deep echoes of its history, etched into every stone of the Great Wall and every soldier of the Terracotta Army, or to the raw, untamed beauty of its landscapes, from the karst pillars of Yangshuo to the heavenly lakes of the high plateaus, you will find a piece of the world that resonates with the soul. Or perhaps it is the mystery, the spiritual heart of places like Mount Aimei or the Potala Palace that calls to you. China offers all of this and more, a constant source of discovery that will never fail to surprise and inspire you. To explore this land is to do more than just travel from one point to another. It is to immerse oneself in an experience that challenges the senses and expands the mind. It is about witnessing the unbelievable, from a temple that hangs impossibly from a cliff face to a forest made entirely of stone. It is about seeing the grand story of our world unfold in all its natural splendor and all its human ingenuity. The journey is one of constant astonishment, a reminder of the boundless capacity for beauty and creation on our planet. So let the journey begin. Let the spirit of discovery guide you through its epic landscapes and its vibrant cultures. This is not just a destination, it is a grand adventure, an invitation to witness the extraordinary, an invitation to see a land of contrasts, of ancient traditions and bold new futures, coexisting in a dynamic and ever-changing harmony. This is a place that must be seen, felt, and experienced to be truly understood. Welcome to China.